domestically, there's quite the situation going on, and it's honestly some of the funniest thing in the universe that I'll be honest. We've been praying for times like this. I'm saying that sarcastically, but also during the first 9 months of 2025, there were 356 shootings in New York City with a black perpetrator and 2 shootings with a white perpetrator. Ladies and gentlemen, the per capita debate is over. I saw this number and I was immediately so excited to get called a racist on Twitter for like the next 2 weeks. Because apparently noticing this makes you a racist. I'm so happy that we could just like completely end the discussion. You know, you explain to people, you know, riddle me this, Batman. What makes up 13% and also half? Right? You're expecting some cheeky response. But the reality is this is diabolical. All right. In the first 9 months of 2025 in New York City, there were 356 shootings perpetrated by black individuals, 2 shootings perpetrated by white individuals. This is the craziest statistic in the history of time, by the way. It's not even like New York City is majority black people. It's just almost like certain cultures are different than other cultures. It's almost like some cultures do tend to glorify violence more than other cultures. You're racist for noticing, by the way. But this is like a debate-ending event, all right? This is the fucking Thanos endgame situation. Bro, this is like AIDS statistics for gay people. Bro, this is like female genital mutilation statistics for Somalians. This is like figuring out that, 6% of the British population are Pakistani Muslims, and they are 97% of the rape gangs. You know, every once in a while, a statistic just stares at you in the face, slaps you fucking hard, and then explains to you that actually the leftoid reality that they're trying so hard to push on you is actually not true. Next time you turn on Netflix and you got a whole metric fuck ton of violent white guys, you'll start... Anyway, discussion over. Moving on. Super important to note, Zoran Mamdani had a lot to say about this New York violence streak, all right? I am outraged by this hateful anti-Muslim attack in our city. An anti-Muslim attack happened in your city, really? That's horrible. No one should be targeted with slurs. Wait, the anti-Muslim attack was slurs? Muslim New Yorkers have deserved more to move through the city safely, and indignity, Islamophobia, no place here. All right, so let me get this straight. Let me just try to understand this. You didn't condemn 2 ISIS terrorists throwing actual bombs on your street in New York. Let's just understand. But you're here making a whole hullabaloo over Muslim woman thrown to ground by stranger yelling Islamophobic slurs at New York City subway stop. Again, I'm not minimizing it. I don't think it's acceptable. I don't think there should be any violence. But you're going to downplay a literal ISIS Islamic terror attack, and you're going to make a whole hullabaloo over Islamophobic slurs? Like, this, are we serious, bro? This is fucking crazy, dude. And then you get like an actual kill shot in the response. At Grok, is it Islamophobia if most terrorists are Muslim? No, Islamophobia implies irrational hatred of Muslims as a whole. Global data shows that, yeah, most, 70-80% of terrorism is Islamic. Yeah, you're racist for noticing. You're racist for noticing. Another one of those. Now, speaking of being racist for noticing, dude, I honestly don't know how you have the gall to continue lecturing anyone on discrimination when your wife has been caught praising the October 7th massacre and you defended her on live TV. All right, I don't care. All right, your boos mean nothing. I've seen what makes you cheer. It's almost like they're trying to conquer us from within and lecture us while they're doing it. It's almost like that. Now, Donald Trump made this tweet. The Democrats don't want to make any deals unless amnesty and citizenship is given to millions of criminals who have entered our country illegally, many of whom have been convicted of serious crimes. Protect America. And this is honestly insane. All right, Chicago Alderwoman Maria Hadden. This is heartbreaking. There is a woman by the name of Sheridan. This girl, Sheridan Gorman, murdered by an illegal alien from Venezuela in Chicago 2 days ago. The way this has been covered by the left is one of the most disgusting fucking things I've ever seen. And you're racist for noticing. All right, so let's see how the news was discussing it.
All the time, right? And they go out on the pier, they walk around. So the kids were out doing normal things people do in the neighborhood. And it sounds like this might have been a wrong place, wrong time, running into a person who had a gun. They might have startled this person at the end of the pier unintentionally.
Maybe the illegal alien murderer was startled unintentionally and And Sheridan was just in the wrong place at the wrong time. No. You know who's in the wrong place at the wrong time? The illegal alien. You know, the one that came here illegally, that shouldn't be in the country at all, but is for some reason in the country, and the Democrats are fighting tooth and nail to keep in the country? If this guy would have been arrested 2 weeks earlier, all right, the Democrats would have been protesting to release him, all right, and now he's a murderer. You will never convince leftists to change their mind, because their minds are not made up based on any form of logical, coherent reasoning, all right? Their mind is made up on political advantage. It's all about the narrative. How dare you say that she was in the wrong place at the wrong time? She probably startled the innocent illegal alien that murdered her in cold blood. And let me make something else clear for you. Remember when I told you just a minute ago that statistics sometimes will radicalize the fuck out of you? There were more Americans killed in Chicago since the Iran war started than literally killed by the Iranians. These people are diabolical, and it gets worse. So this is the Chicago mayor, Brandon Johnson, all right? He was asked, hey, do you want to apologize to the family of Sheridan, who was murdered by an illegal alien and was only in the city because of your policies that kept him there?
We're going to continue to pray for those victims.
Will you take this opportunity to apologize to Sheridan's parents for the policies that you promoted that would directly caused her death? That suspect would not be in the city, would not be in the country, but for your policies. Will you take this opportunity to apologize?
Well, again, I believe that we're all grieving the loss of Sheridan and other folks who have lost their lives because of senseless violence. And let's just be very clear, between the Safety Act and the Welcoming City Ordinance, the Welcoming City Ordinance was passed 40 years ago by the first black mayor in the history of Chicago.
Oh, and he was black, so you can't obviously undo that.
And the Safety Act was passed under the governor at that time, who was a Republican.
That has nothing to do with anything.
Your Honor. Thank you for your questions.
And that's it. Doesn't want to apologize. No need to apologize. No need to apologize. She was killed by an illegal alien. That's cool. Anyway, this is the governor of Illinois, all right? And this is what he had to say. Honestly, it's somehow even worse.
There have been real failures. Those failures, of course, extend beyond the borders of Illinois. They're national failures, a failure to have comprehensive immigration reform, a failure of the president to follow his own edict to go after the worst of the worst.
Let's understand this. Donald Trump is trying to deport every illegal alien. The Democrats pushed back so hard that he's not even able to, because he unfortunately can't, because he's too weak. All right, if Trump was a stronger man, he would fucking send in the National Guard and they would deport every single illegal alien, and I wish he would. All right, and whoever runs their ticket based on deporting every single fucking illegal alien that invaded our country, that guy gets my vote immediately. But to say that it's Trump's fault that this violent illegal alien murdered a woman in your state that you were fighting to keep there and prevent his deportation. You protested and rioted like domestic terrorists to prevent ICE from deporting this guy. And then this guy murders someone, and then you blame Trump. Literally, what is even happening? This is like unthinkably evil. All right, then they ask Hakeem Jeffries. All right, they ask him, hey, sir, what do you think about the illegal alien? All right, would you have him deported now that he's a murderer?
Do you expect an illegal immigrant has been charged with murdering a college student in Chicago last week? Do House Democrats believe if he's convicted, he's someone who should be deported?
I'll look into the case.
Do you expect...
You'll look into the case? He just said, if this is a murderer, would you agree to deport him? He's illegal in the country. He's a murderer, a convicted murderer. All right, if that's the case, would you deport him? I'll look into it, maybe, who knows? This is unbelievable. Like, the mask is so off, it's unbelievable. It's shocking. This is one of the most Elon Musk responds with, wow. Dude, this is unfathomable levels of evil. They want us destroyed. All right, they literally want us destroyed. Speaker Johnson had things to say about this too.
Sadly, there will be no Democrats marching in the streets for Sheridan Gorman.
Nope, they don't care. In fact, they want more of this to happen, all right? Like, I'm so tired of living in this delusional universe where we have to make believe that people aren't actually responsible for the consequences of their actions. If the Democrats' actions are directly bringing illegal aliens into our country and preventing their deportation, then all the blood spilled by these illegal aliens is on the hands of the people that kept them there. I am so tired of the left making believe that actually people don't really even have agency. What do you mean? Consequences for my actions? What are you talking about? I had no influence over that guy murdering somebody. He's just a guy. He's just a human. He had his own choices to make. No. He was there because of you. All the blood that he spills is on you. We're dealing with a domestic threat that is trying to kill us through their very policy.
They won't even talk about her today. I promise you they won't even bring it up. No one holding signs demanding justice for her killer.
Where's that? Everyone's crying for Renee Good and Alex Preddy, two retards that were fighting their heart out to make sure Sheridan would get killed today. All right, understand what they were fighting for. All right, Alex Preddy, who they all marched for. Renee Good, who they all marched for. You know, the Karen lesbian retard that committed suicide by cop. All right, they're all marching. They're going to vigils. They're talking about her every day. They're still talking about her to this day. She was fighting to make sure Sheridan would get murdered by an illegal alien. That's what she was fighting for.
It's among the most shameful episodes we have ever seen.
It's unbelievable.
They cannot even bring themselves to say
shocking
that this shouldn't have happened.
Because they want it to happen. All right? If they keep proving again and again and again that they don't want to take action to prevent this from happening, it leads me to believe that they actually kind of want it to happen. Otherwise, they would do something, which they don't. So maybe perhaps they are trying to kill us. Who knows? It's a more reasonable explanation.
We hope that someday Democrats finally come to their senses again and put the safety of American citizens first, but we're not holding our breath. Until then, here's what Republicans will do, okay? We're going to pray, obviously, for Sheridan and her family, every American citizen victimized by these senseless, avoidable crimes. We will continue to fight for the rule of law and to call out the madness when we see it. And here's what we will not do. We will not allow Democrats to hold our airports and our country hostage so they can re-implement their catastrophic, deadly open borders policies and threaten the lives of our children. This is common sense versus crazy.
Bro, thinking about how Trump was able to more effectively defeat the Iranian terrorists than the Democrats that are trying to kill us from the inside.
Everybody can see it, and they're going to put it on display again tomorrow. As the leader said, we're going to vote to fund Homeland again. And I think that vote tally, that should be blown up. It should be put at poster size in every airport terminal.
I agree, actually. That would be great. Now, the crazy thing is, everyone is calling them out on how disgusting this is. Because this is just unfathomable. Here you have an illegal alien that murders somebody, and the best that they could do is say, I'm not going to apologize, actually. Or it's Trump's fault.
Donald Trump.
Well, he's absolutely blaming Donald Trump. And listen, I'm not a rabid Trump supporter or hater. But if you're going to blame the federal government, then blame it where this problem began, which was under the Biden-Harris administration that allowed 15 million people from
This is a Democrat, by the way.
South America, Central America, and across the oceans to come through our southern borders, manipulate asylum, be poorly vetted, and then scattered to the 7 winds of the United States. That's where this problem started, and I have yet to hear a single Democrat hold Biden and Harris accountable for what has happened.
Because for them, it's just victory and power. All right, that's the major difference between the right and the left. The left wants to win by any means necessary, and the right ultimately does have principles. Sometimes misguided, but they have principles, at least, that exist. The left just wants to win. That's why the left will celebrate the assassination of Charlie Kirk. That's why they'll pray for Trump's assassination. They'll be sad that the bullet missed. I don't know a single Republican that was hoping that Joe Biden would get assassinated. When Joe Biden was diagnosed with cancer, I saw conservatives saying, you know, best of luck, I hope you get through this well. And I saw leftists jeering at him because he wasn't pro-Palestine enough or whatever. The reality is, there is one side that's evil. All right, this really is good and evil. It's not right and left anymore. And too many people are just closed-minded and think that this is just policy debates. It's really not policy discussions at all, actually. It's a society, a Western civilization, based on biblical values and the demons that try to destroy us.
Because they knew who they were allowing in, they have their information, they vetted them poorly and still let them go even when they were criminals. And to say it's Donald Trump's fault.
The pro-rape party has decided that it's Donald Trump's fault that the pro-rape party invited rapists into our country.
Simply because we refuse to work with them to go after those high priority targets. There are 2,000 priority targets in the city of Chicago right now who we know are dangers, courtesy of the Biden-Harris administration that vetted them.
That's crazy.
But we will not allow the Trump administration to remove them simply because we don't want to look as though we're capitulating to him.
Understand that. There are 2,000 highly dangerous illegals that we know about in Chicago, and the actual Chicago state government is preventing Trump from deporting these guys, and then they kill people, obviously, and then they blame Trump. Again, it's evil on a fundamental level, and they want us dead, actually. Yeah, I'm gonna wake these people up. All right, I'm gonna wake you guys up. The real red pill? The real red pill is being able to discuss these things. Yes, the Democrats institute policies directly because they want to fucking kill us. Yes, when you look at the crime rates and crime statistics between the 2 white shooters versus the 356 black shooters in New York City over the first 9 months of 2025, it makes you start thinking about things. Yes, when 80% of terrorist attacks globally are Islamic, you start to really consider if maybe maybe the doctrine is the issue. Now, Lisa McCain went nutty over the Democrats for this.
Was your child. Just think about that for a minute. As a mother, it absolutely infuriates me because Democrats are refusing to put my children, our children, American children, over these violent, illegal criminals. That's not hypothesis. That is fact. And if you don't believe it, why don't you talk to Sheridan's parents? I just get irritated, and I can't believe this is going on in America.
It is shocking. It is absolutely shocking, if you even think about it for a second.
Democrats are back to their old chant, defund the police. I mean, that is who they are. Make them own that.
Yeah, they're anarchist communists that want to tear down the West. Absolutely.
Here's the thing, though. It's time, not just a slogan. This is a shutdown of our homeland security.
Yeah, while we're at war, no less. All right, now, the mayor, Brandon Johnson, decided this is what he's going to do today, 2 days after the murder of Sheridan from an illegal alien in his city. Showcases brand new Abolish ICE snowplows.
And to all of the residents who participated in our snowplow naming contest, keep speaking up in every way and any way that you can.
Bro, this is domestic terror. These people are traitors. They're traitors to the United States. And the boiling point, we're going to reach a boiling point at some point, and it's going to be fucking ugly. Because we have the guns. We have the guns. I'm just saying.
I look forward to meeting with the Chicagoans who submitted the winning names, and I look forward to seeing our city's pride, our spirit, and even, yes, our humor represent us again next year. And so with that, take a moment to, I guess, take in all that you all have been waiting for. This moment is finally here. The snowplow.
The moment of naming a snowplow. Again, these are deeply unserious people. It's honestly insane. This is 2 days after an 18-year-old was murdered by an illegal alien in his own city. All right, bro has blood on his hands, and I'm tired of making believe he doesn't. They're all going after the left for this specifically. This was such a obvious and heinous, disgusting situation. There's really no possible way to interpret this other than they're evil and they want us dead for their own political agenda.
Sheridan Gorman, beautiful young girl with her future before her, murdered by an illegal who was let in during the Joe Biden open border. And Hakeem Jeffries, the Democrat leader, can't even say he would have wanted him deported after he committed more crimes after he came here illegally before he murdered her. This is how far the Democrat Party has gone off the rails. They are a party that has lost their way, and millions of people are suffering. It's not just the 100,000 workers at Department of Homeland Security that are working without pay. It's the millions of Americans who are having flights canceled, who are showing up at an airport and waiting in a parking garage in a line that's going to be over 3 hours long, and by the time they finally get through security, they find out that they missed their flight. Sheridan Gorman?
Yep. Just absolutely shocking. And the mask slipped. There's no putting the genie back in the bottle. There's just been too many instances over too short a period of time that anyone that's even remotely paying attention should be absolutely revolted and disgusted by this. Right, this is another story that for some reason didn't really get discussed a lot. Trans migrant, it's a rare one. This is like a shiny Pokemon, all right? A migrant and a transgender. Sweetheart plea deal in the rape of a 14-year-old boy. Many such fucking cases, I guess. Literally, what are we doing here, man? Democrats just playing rapist bingo, all right? Let's bring in the transgender migrant, bro. Holy shit, it's insane. It's insane. Rapist bingo with the Democrats today. Was it a transgender or was it a migrant? It was both. It's the fucking free spot at the center of the little fucking bingo card. All right, now the reality is, we know why the Democrats are doing this, and it's to rig elections, steal elections, and make believe that they have better morals than we do. All right, now our morals are given by God. Whether you're an atheist or not, whether you're a Christian or a Jew or whatever your actual philosophical mindset is our country is based on biblical values. It's based on pretty fundamental ideas. You know, thou shalt not murder, thou shalt not steal. All right, thou shalt not commit adultery. I guess people forgot about that one, it seems. But you know, we're based on biblical values here. We really are. That is why we have the most moral system in existence that's being corrupted by the forces of Satan. We are up against satanic pedophiles. Literally, not even exaggerating. They want to tear down every possible biblical foundation of our country. All right, now you could say they're not actually worshiping Satan knowingly. They just coincidentally follow all of Satan's policies. And you know what? I'm willing to give that to you. I believe I believe that. You know, you convinced me. You drive a hard bargain. They use the 10 Commandments as a to-do list, I guess. But the reality is, here's Nick Shirley actually talking to people why they would vote for Gavin Newsom. And if this isn't the most radicalizing shit in the world, I don't know what is.
Would you guys vote for Gavin Newsom in 2028?
I vote for him because he got me released from coming home from a life sentence. Really?
He would vote for Gavin Newsom because thanks to Gavin Newsom, this guy's back on the streets from a life sentence.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yep. So he didn't hold me back. He didn't hold me back. He signed off saying I'm fit for society. So yes, I would vote for Gavin Newsom.
What were you locked up for? If you don't mind me asking.
I was locked up for murder, carjacking, and robbery.
Would you?
Mr. Murder, carjacking, robbery guy is voting for Gavin Newsom because Gavin Newsom got him out of jail. Are we understanding the grift yet? If you let fraudsters get away with fraud, the fraudsters vote for you. If you let murderers get out of jail, then the murderers vote for you. If you let illegal aliens into the country and protect them, then you get the illegal aliens to vote for you. If you give free shit to poor people, then the poor people vote for you. If you give drugs to drug addicts, then the drug addicts vote for you. Once you understand the central doctrine of the Democratic policy, you understand a lot about society. And the pushback is already here. It is official. Legislation has been advanced in Arizona to ban illegal aliens from having bank accounts, sending remittances out of country, closing loopholes that allow them to get loans. This is huge. Make it in all 50 states. Fucking obviously. Like the reason why I'm so shocked whenever I see this, it's like, wait, you mean to tell me that people are allowed to invade our country illegally and just like fucking live their life and open bank accounts and send our money out of the country and take loans from our banks that they don't need to pay back because we don't even know who the fuck they are? Every day I wake up and I see them criminalize something and I'm like, holy shit, this was legal? Like, dude, we're a country with borders. We have borders. Why are we doing this to ourselves? It does not benefit us that people invade our country and rape us. Our policy should be America first because I don't like getting raped, actually. Democrats decided to become the pro-rape party for some reason. And here I am putting my foot down saying, stop raping, sir.